What is up, everyone? It is Brad here from BrickLover18 and welcome back to another episode of Ask Brick. Ask Brick is my Q&A show here on YouTube and all my social media platforms where you guys ask me questions about LEGO down in the comments across any of the videos, across any of the platforms, and I will answer them here on video. I've got tons of really great questions this week and I'm super excited to get right into it. Alright, let's get started with the very first question here. Christy Morley 1665 asked, Ask Brick, have you ever been to a LEGO store or a LEGOland outside of North America? Why, yes, absolutely. So traveling is one of my absolute favorite things to do, and I have had the privilege to go to many LEGO stores from all around the world. Not only have I gone to a lot of LEGO stores here in Canada as well as in the US, but I've also had the privilege to travel to a lot of different LEGO stores around the world. So for starters, in 2018, I traveled to Europe for the first time, where I visited the LEGO store in London, Leicester Square, and Hamleys. I then went all the way to Denmark, where I actually visited the LEGO house there, which has a massive LEGO store in it, toured the LEGO house for a day, also spent time at Legoland, which was really cool. This was the first time I'd ever been to a Legoland, and the fact that I got to do it in Denmark was absolutely amazing. And then after my time in Denmark, I actually made my way to Italy, where I got to check out the LEGO store in Rome, and these aren't official LEGO stores, but these are LEGO certified stores, which is a pretty cool experience as well, just to see kind of the difference there. Of course, like I mentioned, I've toured all around a lot of the different LEGO stores, you know, the flagships here in Canada, the flagship in New York City, and then in 2022, I actually went to Europe again. So I visited the Leicester Square store again. This time it was under renovation, so I didn't really get to see a lot. I then went to Spain and actually got to check out the flagship LEGO store in Barcelona, which was really cool. I had a great time doing that. And then after that, I actually went to France, where I got to check out the LEGO store in Paris as well, the Paris Disneyland location. And I'm just trying to think, I've been to a couple different LEGO stores from outside North America, and they are always a blast to do. And basically over the years, because I've had so many opportunities to travel and visit different LEGO stores, I have had a chance to pick up a bunch of LEGO passports. A lot of time it's just because I totally forget my passport at the hotel, or I don't even bring it to the country I'm in. I've got these Canadian/American ones because we all use blue, and then I've even got two red ones which represent some different countries. This one here is from Denmark, and this one here is from London, which is really cool. So these are the two European ones I got, and then I don't even remember what all these American/Canadian ones are. But yeah, basically I've had the privilege to attend a bunch of different LEGO stores. If you guys want to see the full videos from all the clips that I showed you earlier from all the different LEGO stores, I did tours of a bunch of them and gave my experience there. You can definitely check out the playlist. I will link down below where I have all my LEGO travels detailed and documented, so definitely check that out. But yeah, I've definitely had the privilege to visit other LEGO stores, not in Canada or North America, and such incredible experiences. On TikTok, Jeffrey Rand asked, Ask Brick, why are prices so crazy at LEGO conventions? Do they mark them up to haggle, or are they just plain crazy? So that is a great question, and I think it's a little bit of both. Plus, it's LEGO convention tax. So for starters, in terms of like, are they marked up to just a haggle, or are they just plain crazy? So when I went to BrickWorld Chicago earlier this year and saw the prices, I hadn't been to a convention since 2017, and I thought they were just a little nuts. I thought they were a lot more expensive than what I remember them being. They didn't seem like, especially from the vendors, you weren't really getting any good deals. And I think that's because the business of LEGO has changed so much. So are they just plain crazy? Yeah, some of the prices out there were just insane. It was just like, you look at that and you're like, oh my God, that's so expensive for what that is or what that's actually worth. Sometimes that was just set like that because the vendors were anticipating you to haggle, and that's great. And other times they were set like that because that is the actual price. So some vendors were more than willing to haggle and others weren't. I tried to negotiate for two architecture sets I was buying. They were like $200 American for the two of them. I was even gonna buy a third one and I asked if he could bring the price down. And the guy told me, he's like, honestly, dude, no, because if I give you a discount, I'm losing money. But if I don't sell you the sets, I will sell them to somebody else for full price. And I was just like, okay, good to know. So I ended up buying the two I wanted and wasn't able to make a deal and haggle for the third to get a better deal. So some vendors are marking them up so they can haggle and still get the value they want, and others aren't. Others, that's just their price. Because let's talk about LEGO convention tax. So it is the value of the LEGO in the space that it's in. When you're at a LEGO convention, think of it as a public day attendee. You're at a LEGO convention, you're a kid or you're a parent. You've just spent the last 3 hours, 4 hours walking around looking at LEGO. What do you want to go home and do? You want to go home and build LEGO. You've just been completely inspired by all the builds here, and you want to go home and build LEGO. What are you going to do on the way out of the convention center? You're probably going to stop at the vendors and buy some Lego. It's natural. Like, you're going to either go get some vendors, you're going to go to Walmart, you're going to do something to get yourself some more Lego, especially after seeing what everybody's done there. And because you're at a Lego convention and the vendors are only selling Lego, I think it's fair to expect that the prices are going to be a little bit more because it's convention tax. So, you know, people are willing to pay a little bit more for the Lego at the convention because they are surrounded by it. It's like when you go to a concert. You could go to your dollar store and buy a bottle of water for $1. You can go to a convenience store and buy that same bottle of water for $2. Then you could go to a concert and buy that same bottle of water for like $6. It's the same bottle of water. The price of that bottle just changes based on the location that it's in. You got to know its worth. So if you want to, a cheap bottle of water, if you want a cheap Lego set, a Lego convention might not be the place to buy it. Go to Marketplace, go to Bricklink. Those are probably going to be where you get the best prices for Lego because they don't have that convention tax on it. When you're at a Lego convention, it is safe to assume that the price is going to be higher because of where it is, because of the value of it. Also, you have to take into account that, say a Bricklink 6-month sales average item, maybe $10 on Bricklink. That same item could be at the Lego convention for $15. That is an extra $5, but it's also partly the Lego convention tax because you're gonna see it, you're gonna pick it up, you're gonna see the condition. That makes it worth a little bit more. You're saving the money on the shipping costs. So while you're not spending that, that shipping might be $15 or something like that on that $15 item. So now you're paying $30 for the same item versus now you're paying $15. If you pay cash, you probably get to save the tax and things like that. All of those factors go into the pricing of a set. If I was going to sell at a Lego convention, I probably would mark it up above Bricklink value just because you're there in person, people get to hold the set, they're more apt to buy it because they're at a Lego convention, that's the environment they're in, and it's that Lego convention tax. But some sellers do want to haggle and some don't. So while I was at Brickworld, yeah, I did notice some of the prices just seemed absolutely insane. I was like, what are you doing? But at the same time, all of the vendors were going through their stock like crazy. People were buying it. People were happy to buy it. So while we might think they're crazy and they just put them crazy to be crazy or to haggle, people are actually paying it because, again, it comes down to the sales tax. The prices I found crazy were sets that I could go to Walmart and buy for 30% more at the Lego convention. I thought that was a little ridiculous because if you could buy a set for $100 at Walmart, you see it for $130 at a convention, you might not know that it's only worth $100. You spend $130 on it, you get home and realize you could have saved $30 if you went to the Walmart on their way out of town instead of the convention. That's a little crazy, but at the end of the day, like, I understand it as a business kid, a business student. Yeah, the prices are going to be a little bit more money when they're at a Lego convention because they're accounting for things like the Lego convention tax, the convenience, the opportunity cost, the parents actually buying it right there, and of course all the other expenses that come with selling at a Lego convention, like the table space, the transporting, and things like that. So the answer to this long-winded question of whether or not I think the prices at Lego conventions are crazy, I think it's really up to you. If you are going to be doing some Lego shopping, especially as an educated AFOL, take some time to research. If you see a set at the Lego convention that you think you want, go on Bricklink and see, is it actually worth the price that that vendor has it for? Sometimes it will be the same price, sometimes it will be more, sometimes it will be less. Use your better judgment. Those prices are only crazy if you don't want to pay it. You know what I mean? Like, if you see a set that even though if it's $10 more, $20 more than you can get on Bricklink, the fact that you can get it right there, that you get it from a reputable seller, you're not going to get scammed, it's got everything included, you can physically see it, that might be worth it to you. So at the end of the day, whether the prices are crazy or not is really, it's a personal preference, it's a personal choice. I thought some of the prices were just insane, and that's why I didn't buy those things. I thought they were marked, and I was buying them just because it would be cool to buy them and for the sake of it. But at the end of the day, it's kind of up to you to decide if the prices of the conventions are crazy or not, and if you want to pay them. Whew, that was a long-winded answer to that question. Very sorry about that one. This one is from TikTok from Antella. Ask Brick, do you have any LEGO Ninjago stuff? So why, yes, I do. I do have some LEGO Ninjago sets. Not a ton, but I've got a shelf full. So here is the shelf that I was talking about. This is pretty much the only shelf here in my Lego room of all my Lego sets that is actually of LEGO Ninjago sets. So majority of these sets are actually from the LEGO Ninjago movie. I did an influencer campaign with Lego back then, Lego and Warner Brothers, and they actually sent me all these sets. So you guys can see I do have a couple of the more popular sets from the Ninjago movie there, including a Ninjago alarm clock as well, which are really cool. So I have them all nicely stacked here, and I included some of the Lego minifigures as well, and I just love looking at these sets because I think they're pretty cool. Up here above my studio setup, I actually have the Destiny's Bounty. So this was also a LEGO Ninjago movie set, which was really cool. I picked this one up on my own just because it is the coolest pirate ship that LEGO's ever made, and I know it's not actually a pirate ship, but it's still pretty cool. And I actually also have the Destiny's Airship Bounty, which is the newer one that just came out earlier this year. Walmart and LEGO actually sent me this one as well, along with another LEGO Ninjago set, so this one was really cool, and I wanted to build that up and put it next to all my other LEGO boats. And then I do have a few other LEGO Ninjago sets here in the closet of unbuilt LEGO bricks, including this new Dragons Rising set, which is one that I do plan on building. I just haven't had a chance to do so because they sent it to me right before Brickworld, and that was a pretty crazy time. So yeah, to answer your question, I do have a few LEGO Ninjago sets, just unfortunately not a ton. Asked on TikTok by HellCats.xp, ask Brick, how do you go shopping at Toys R Us? I get this question a lot because when I post any vlogs or anything of me at Toys R Us, everybody's like, wait, how are you there? And the answer is, I am Canadian. I live in Canada. So Toys R Us is actually still alive and well here in Canada. The only Toys R Us that closed a few years ago was the US branches of the store. So the Canadian versions were fine. We never lost our Toys R Us. In fact, we still have many of them all around the country. I know it was a huge shame when Toys R Us left America because I know many of you missed out on that really cool opportunity. But yeah, here in Canada, we still have Toys R Us. It's still a great place to go shopping. We still get, you know, Bricktober and gift with purchases and things like that. So I do go to Toys R Us every once in a while, and that's how I'm able to shop there. It's because I'm Canadian. Because I'm running short on time here, I'll answer one more question today from TikTok. This one is from OzTanBricks. Ask Brick, what happens to the LEGO store display items, like any of the cardboard backgrounds, the boxes, or the display cases that you find at the LEGO store, Target, and Walmart? So although I only worked at the LEGO store and we didn't really get any of these displays myself, I just know from being a fan of the LEGO community that stores like Target and Walmart, they do get these store displays, and most of the time after they are done with them, they are actually ordered to destroy them. So employees and things like that are not supposed to take them home with them. They are either supposed to be destroyed or sent back to the company. I know many of these display cases over the years have leaked onto the marketplace. I know a lot of my friends in the LEGO community have them. I don't have one yet. I'd love to acquire one, but I know they're not always sent back and they're not always destroyed, but they are typically supposed to be. I know at the LEGO store, anytime we had a display or cardboard cutouts or something like that, we were supposed to like Sharpie it and rip it and like destroy it and then take a picture of it destroyed to upload it just so it didn't get thrown in the recycling and then take it away. Like even if you just took a Sharpie and put a line through it, you could easily take a Lysol wipe and get that off. So we were supposed to destroy it, which was kind of unfortunate, and I believe that's what the stores are supposed to do as well. Most of the time that you see a LEGO fan with a store display case probably was taken out of the store illegally, whether it was dumped and then somebody went and got it from the dumpster or just walked out with, or the store closed and somebody was able to buy it. Most of those things aren't like sold readily availably, so somebody got it by doing something probably a little sketchy. But yeah, stores for the most part are supposed to destroy them. Anyway, you guys, that was a pretty long episode of Ask Brick here today. I really hope you enjoyed. I had a lot of fun answering all these questions. Thank you to everybody who left them down in the comments below. Of course, if you guys have questions for the next week's episode, please don't forget to leave them below. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'm looking forward to seeing you here in the next video.